I'm Shorty and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna go over death drops. This video isn't really like a trick tutorial, it's more like trick tips on how to do a death drop. I have some old video on my Instagram, of course, of me trying to break down this trick to finally land it, so I will share that with you. I'll also share the tips that I think could help you become more confident in landing it. A death drop is a drop-in where you start in a handstand and then drop into a ramp head first. Before attempting this trick, I recommend you be able to hold a handstand for a couple of seconds. Which brings me to my first tip. Because I'm not very consistent with my handstands, I do look to do a handstand a little off the coping and then walk my hands onto the coping. If you can do an invert, it will make doing a death drop easier. But if you're not at that stage, you can do the step down and work on getting the feeling of the drop and the snap of your legs. The more inverted you can get, the closer to the death drop feeling. You can check out my video on how to do an invert for the breakdown of this step. My first attempt in trying to do anything death drop related is this video. I thought it was a great spot to have my legs up while I gained the courage to drop in. My second attempt was on this resi ramp. You could also try using a ramp like this. The shape isn't the best, but it can help you build confidence. You'll need to walk your hands down the ramp enough so that your feet also land on the ramp and not on the deck. You also want to practice pushing your hands away from the ramp to give your legs more room to tuck under you. Falling to one knee is a good failsafe for when you do it over coping as well. My third attempt was doing on this little ramp with no coping. I was finally able to land one, but the exit was a little wobbly. The next day I did it on a higher ramp, which I'll show you next, and it was a lot easier. But I do understand if skaters want to attempt it on a smaller ramp because there is less distance to fall. But just know that bigger is easier. So this size is a good size to practice on. Attempting a death drop on a bigger ramp gives your body more time to get ready for the landing. I don't have a background in gymnastics, so my handstand form isn't the greatest. But I do try and keep my core tight and try not to arch my back too much. So once I've walked my hands to the coping, I pause. While keeping my arms straight, I let my shoulders and head tip forward into the ramp as I start to tuck my knees. Just before my head becomes level with the coping, I look to push off my hands and give my body and legs enough room to land. Here are some more angles that might help you understand the body positioning. If the coping is holding you back, then trying it on a ramp without coping might be the answer. But I do recommend wearing shin guards when practicing this, and also having toe guards would be a good idea if you don't want to scuff your boots. Here are some of the main falls I had when filming this video. I wasn't stable enough in my handstand, so I knew I was going to fall, so I aborted by twisting and sliding onto my knees. I should have waited longer for my head to be in line with the coping, or pushed out harder with my hands. Either way, I didn't have enough space for my legs. The knee slide is the safest way I found when attempting a death drop. It could even be used as a step before landing both feet. Basically, the form is the same, but you stay tucked and end up landing with your non-leading leg taking a knee. So that's pretty much the process I took in landing a death drop, and the tips I figured out how to land them more consistently. It's a lot about trusting your body and then telling your brain to just shut up and do it. Anyway, I hope this video gives you the confidence to try a death drop, as they are a lot of fun. Please tag me on Instagram, shortstop.6, as I'd love to see your progress. Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video if you found it helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more skating tips and tricks.